welcome back, Beowulf Nation. It's on Beowulf, back at it with another video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Existing subscribers, hit the bell notification, get notified as soon as video is uploaded. Alright, so let's get going. You've seen the title of what the video is, so this is going to be about, and I get this question all the time, people DM me on Instagram and whatnot. You can give me a follow on there too, IM_Beowulf. And what a lot of questions people ask me is tuning their ski. They want to make the ski faster. And you don't have to have some of the fastest skis that every manufacturer makes. You got the RXPX, SEA-Doo, the Yamaha GP 1800R, and the king of stand-ups, the Kawasaki SXR 1500. Now, a lot of people want to modify your skis. So you see one of these skis, you want to make it faster. Now, the biggest thing you have to think about when you're modifying one of these skis is warranty. A lot of people buy these new. I don't even think my Sea-Doo even has a warranty anymore. It's a 2018, and then the warranty just expired on the Kawasaki in April. I think I could get an extended one, but you can see it's far from stock. And we got all these, it's June, you got the June bugs coming in. It's hot and humid, and all the bugs are coming in. That's where you can see the June bugs. You know when it's June, the June bugs start coming. So a lot of people, you're thinking like, okay, I want to tune my ski, but I don't want to avoid the warranty. And I'm going to do a whole video about warranty because I think people have to realize about all the parts. But what I want to get at is that when you're tuning one of these skis, you really can't be on a budget trying to find who's the cheapest tuning. I know from past experience, I won't say names because I'm respectful, but I was a paying customer, so I have all rights to talk about it. If I was the one taking somebody's money, I don't have the right to talk and give advice about business or a person. And I won't say names, and I don't want to have in the comments talking who this person is, but the person knows who you are. And so when I had a 2018 RXTX, that's what I replaced to get my GP 1800R. No regrets, I'll tell you that. That's facts. But I had my RXPX. So I want to make them faster, and you know, I'm seeing everybody getting these numbers going with this one person, and I'm thinking, well, it's half of what, for example, I think the best tuner out there to go buy is Riva Racing, which I'll get all about this in the video. So I was like, if you could be lesser money going with that person, well, maybe I should do that. So I did that route, found that the ski was really bad in handling when, you know, I like making like really sharp turns, really ripping the ski. And I did not like when you would have to hold a throttle, like if you're going through a long banking turns. For example, they got this Watercross river where I live. So it's real twisty turnings, and the ski was just like, it did not feel right. It kind of like it just wasn't smooth when you're coming in there. And it was just, you could totally tell the tune was set up to have like going straight fast and not the whole, like, you know, an actual jet ski. People race these, not everybody's going straight. They're actually like watercross through the water. So I just thought that was gone from the ski with doing that tune with that person. Plus, the tune was claiming you could get 80 miles per hour. You really can't claim on any of this what top speed you could get, because it can matter where you live, what way the current's going, what the temperature is outside, what time of the year it is. And the fooling thing where I got fooled is all these speed runs were shown with the ski with the seat off. Now, in my opinion, if you're going to do all this testing, who in the right mind would want to go ride one of these skis? I will tell you, I would not ride one of these skis without a seat. Because if it sunk, we'll say worst case scenario did happen, you call your insurance and say I sunk, but something big is missing from your ski. They wouldn't cover anything. Plus, I don't think it's safe. Technically, the Coast Guard or the police and the DNR caught that. They probably could ticket you for that, not thinking it's safe, let alone it's, you could get burnt pretty bad with the heat. The problem with Sea-Doos, it's heat being the closed loop cooling, and this is open loop cooling, and that is open loop cooling. So anyways, so I had these, I was not happy. The ski would go one way and be like 8 miles per hour, like faster this way, and you go the other way, it would be slower. it got really frustrating. So if you're gonna like race somebody on the water, be like, hey, we got to go this direction, that way. We can't go that way because I'm gonna lose. And I got really irritated because it's a lot of money, and then you're promoting the person, and then there was no support of like calling the person. You call them a bunch of times, they would give no response. We did do a YouTube video together, and the ski did it in the video, and the only way to get the ski to go a little faster is taking the seat off. And to me, that's like if you're buying a fast car, you want to make sure the fast car is doing it without pulling all the stuff off it to make it go that fast. It's kind of deceiving, my opinion, with that. Anyways, this is what I'm getting at with these tunes. Now, the big thing when you have a tune on a ski, if you go in for warranty, they might have to update the ECU in these skis, for example, right? The reason why you don't want to send anybody your ECU is if you go in there and there's some update, and then they could wipe your tune, let alone that. It's also, you're putting a lot of risk when you're shipping ECU. They could get lost, and then you got to be out of your own pocket with that. The biggest thing too is when you go with these tunes, with these skis, you want to go with a company that's big. Not some company doesn't have a website, not some like mail order, they're only on Instagram or any of that kind of stuff. You want to go with somebody that's an actual company that has obviously has insurance, because they're selling all these. They're not just putting it thinking they're going to be here today, gone tomorrow kind of thing. And it's not knocking anybody out there. Everybody could do what you want, and you can spend however the amount of money you want. To me, I like something, for example, like Riva Racing. You buy their Maptuner X, and actually when you go on there, they have staged kits, and you have to go on their library archive. There's so many more tunes than what they're showing there. For example, I have the Riva Racing Stage 2 tune in this, and I think off the top of my head, there's 2 different Stage 2 tunes, aggressive and regular, and I actually think that there could be 3. I might be wrong, but there's a bunch of different ones. And the best thing when you use their Maptuner X, and I have it all in this bag, and I'm going to show you guys all that, is it saves your stock tune. So you can put it back whenever you want. So when you want to go to the dealership, you load it up, you load it back to stock. They have nothing, they know you did it. And that to me is what a big selling point on that is. And the cool thing is when you buy this Maptuner X, you could buy, the person buys the tuner, and they're each license that works only with that ski. So you can't buy a license and then sell your ski, you have to buy a whole nother license. Well, if you had a bunch of buddies and you all wanted to run a Riva some stage, or see what archives of what mods of what you want to do to your ski, you guys have one tuner, and a bunch of you guys could tune off of that. It's actually could save everybody a lot of money if everybody kind of pitches in with it. That's the big selling point why I think Riva Racing is a good one. Now, if you've seen, and I know the comments are going to get it, originally this thing had a Solus prop. So I actually had the prop up on a shelf in my other garage, and I couldn't get a ladder, so I put a photo in there, and you can see it broke in half. I've had tons of people send that to me. It's not Riva Racing's fault. It's just something they're selling is an issue. I probably seen like it since mine broke, about 35 people sending me photos, so I would obviously not run it. So you could talk to Riva Racing about repitching your stock prop. I've had success in getting up to the speed what it is with the stock prop, but I am going to repitch it. And the same is, because I'm running the Stage 1 kit right now, my GP 1800R from Riva Racing, and I want to upgrade the Stage 2 kit. So what I'm going to do is repitch the stock prop, can load up the tune and get what the other mods need to be. And especially too, the Kawasaki, there's a couple companies out there where you can send you your ECU, but again, you get that whole thing, you don't have a saved tune. They have the tune set up where you repitch the prop. So I repitch the stock prop, run the tune. This is kind of the other stuff that come. This is how the box is with the Maptuner X. Now these are all different wiring harnesses. I think 2 of these are for the Yamaha. Different ways of uploading it, and then this one would be for the seadoo. The cool thing is you can get extra with this software put into it where you can reset your, because then the seadoo, you can, after so many hours, you have to reset in the ECU about when you have to get your oil change. And extra, you can do that where you can reset it. So if you're somebody who doesn't go to the dealer and you want to reset and do all this your own maintenance and not worry about lights coming on because you didn't go to the dealer, that you can do that. You can also reprogram keys. So if you lose your key, you can reprogram a new one, and that's kind of nice with that. There's also where these can get added, where you can do data logging. That's not standard how it comes. So it's all around a really nice system, and it's worth the money. It's a little bit of money to spend, but it's worth it. And definitely, I think Riva Racing out there is the #1 go-to place for tuning. It's very crucial when you do this, like I said earlier in the video, is you don't cut corners with doing this, because I cut corners and I've learned and paid the price from doing that and had no support. You have Riva Racing, you call them up, even if you want to do something custom tuned, they probably could work that out with you. And the best thing is having this. Now, when it comes to warranty, if you're real concerned about the warranty, then don't do the tune. The nice thing though, what I have to say with the Yamaha GP 1800R is if all you want to do is make it a little bit faster and you don't want to do all the other mods like the intake and all that, their tune has it where you can just do that. Then when it comes time to go into the dealer, you put it back to stock, they probably wouldn't even know you did it. So if you're real crucial about warranty, because I'll tell you the one thing that's nice about Yamaha as a brand, they have a very long extended warranty, so much better than Sea-Doo. And you know, definitely if you're worried about all that stuff, think about all that before doing it, because reality is if you're all worried about the warranty, you definitely don't want to do any type of tune, especially where you have to do a bunch of mods, because that's where I'll talk a whole other video about mods, because there's a real big reality about that. That'll be a future video. The one thing that's cool with the Sea-Doos is with the Sea-Doos, they have the SCOM. Now the SCOM is if the Sea-Doos, like the RXTX, the RXPX, the ones that are sold in Europe, they have no speed governor. All new skis are governed from the Coast Guard of how fast they could go. So this will rise it up a little bit faster running something like this. Nice thing with this is you can plug it in and out. Won't void the warranty with it because there is no tune. The reality, when you want to do tunes with this, you have to go to the Riva Racing Stage 2 tune. Now, the nice thing too, when you're repitching your stock prop, again, when you go to the dealer, they have no clue you did it. And all the big time racers do that. It's a hidden thing that most people don't realize that, and I've got the insight of a lot of people, I won't name names, who do that and don't run the Solus prop. And people all tell you Solus has issues, so don't run the Solus. I've made that mistake, and it costed a lot of money and damage to the ski, and luckily it was covered under my insurance with repairing it, and it was a lot of money. It cracked the hull when the prop exploded inside there. I've seen other people where it shredded straight through the pump assembly. The one thing too with Sea-Doos is that the IBR goes, the only way you're going to get it out, because it has to change angles so you can actually start removing stuff out of there. You'll actually have to cut it out. That's the one other thing I'm not a big fan about Sea-Doos, is then when you look at like a Yamaha or a Kawasaki, how it's designed. Definitely, I'm telling you, I'm not knocking one bit about Riva Racing. Definitely, these are the company to go with doing tunes. The nice thing too is when I bought this, to do all this, you have to plug it in the computer to get this thing all to work. This only works with PCs. Well, I'm a Mac person. I have a Mac Pro Tower, so obviously it doesn't run PC software, right? Well, I found this app that's called Parallels, and when you run this thing, it basically takes it to a whole nother screen, like your computer is actually a PC. And I did that where I did not have to buy a PC computer or laptop to do that. I could do it right off my computer, which was awesome. And it was like $100 something bucks, but then it's actually nice because then a lot cheaper than buying a computer. So that's something to think about. The nice thing too is people are local subscribers. If you guys want to upgrade your ski, like Yamaha and whatnot, and you want to have the thing, you can talk to me. We can work out something where I could do it, and you buy the license, and we load up the tune with that, which is nice. And the nice thing too is like there's a lot of companies out here too that do stuff with the Yamahas, and inside there it's a big pain in the butt to remove the ECU on it. This makes it real easy. You don't have to move anything. Plug it right up, load her right in, and there's different tunes too. Especially with this, there's a couple different tunes with the stage 2, and you have to look through there because there's all different ones. There's different ones tunes for racing classes where you can't do this and that and higher RPMs. Do your research. The nice thing is that it has a whole library of tunes. That's what I'm getting at. Is that this is the way to go. Don't go cheap with doing stuff. Because the biggest thing is, like I said, the stock tune, you don't have it. You don't want to have it, like let's say you want to sell your ski, you want to take all the parts off, and then you want to put it back to stock for whoever's getting it. Well, you got your stock tune saved. It's very crucial. You did, like I really tell you, I've learned my mistake, and I'm really happy. The GP 1800R runs like a champ. Every direction, front or back, the ski always runs the same speed all the time. I'm really impressed. And partly too is the tune, and this open loop cooling is a very crucial thing. Once you upgrade to the stage 1+ thing, there's a different prop pitch that you have to do with a prop if you want to do that. Different than the stage 2, but you have to upgrade stuff with the water lines with that. And that's again too is open loop cooling is there's little things you have to upgrade. There's like a whole open loop cooling upgrade with this thing that diverts water from the water box to cool this thing even more too. My plan is with the RXPX is do the Riva Racing open loop cooling is a future mod with that to make sure this thing is just running a lot cooler. The heat is a huge issue with Sea-Doos, and I'm telling you, don't run with the seat off. I'm telling you, Riva Racing, all their tests they're doing, they got the ski how it is. They're not pulling seats off, cheating out the way of showing times. And especially too, if you got somebody where you got an RXTX and you got that huge platform there and you got a big chunk of the ski wide open, what do you think happens when big wave gets in there, sinks it? Plus, it's not intelligent riding around like that. It just, I have to laugh when I see it because I just think it's silly. The idea of that is silly. I like to get wet when I ride, and even this, you can run it open and pop it open. I really don't even do that because I'm just, a little worried about that. Just, you don't want to get any water in the ski. But take my advice. I've learned from the mistakes. Also, too, when you look at new cars, like I have a Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, you can't reflash the PCM until you unlock the PCM, and you can't unlock the stock one. You have to buy one. Pretty much it's HP Tuners and Diablo Sport that offers that. And again, too, when you come to that, you're not even reflashing your stock PCM with that. And it's just new vehicles in general, they're real biggie about this. And especially if you go to the dealer and you're playing with parameters with the engine, you're rolling the dice if you don't go with the right person that something could happen to your engine. And it's probably the biggest expense to replace on your ski is the engine is the most expensive thing. So you really want to go with somebody who's a big company, a bunch of people are using it. And this isn't like, well, let's find the cheapest way to go fast. Because the person I got the tune from, he claimed he came up with the tune and it was from like some other country. All these people send me all these DMs with stuff. It's like, I don't even want to go there. I got fooled. And definitely with going with Riva Racing, hands down, the best out there. They've been doing it since the 80s. When you have a company that's gone from where everything was 2-stroke and then stuff went 4-stroke, they're definitely sitting there. The people who are running their tunes are people actually racing these. The people who are like, want to go out and have fun, want to have the ski a little bit faster. Also, too, if you live somewhere where there's a speed limit, I wouldn't really recommend wasting any money going faster because if you get caught going speeding, you're going to get a ticket. Luckily, where I live, there is no speed limit when you're on the water as long as you're not reckless, endangering somebody's life. So that's kind of to me, speed isn't all about, but the big thing too is you don't want to be riding the ski the whole time, like especially supercharged, and you're running it right at the rev limiter the whole time. Usually I'm kind of a couple 1,000 to 2,000 RPMs under than what even red lines is even like just regular riding, not just because of the fuel, but it's that you're not putting abuse on the engine. It's like when you look at a bike, they got gears you can change in it. You got a car, you got different gears. So for example, if you're driving your car around all day long in one gear and you're at a high RPM, stuff is going to break definitely with that. I don't care what brand it is. they're not dummy proof. So you want to be careful and treat your machine, because the supercharger that goes out, you don't want to be stranded anywhere. And I hope this gives you guys some knowledge about what to do. Also too, I'm not paid to be telling any of this. I'm coming, just want to give people the facts of what's going on when you're buying your ski, of what you should be doing. And I should have gone this way. It's funny because before I went with that other person, Riva Racing was telling me, be like, oh no, you got to go with this. You're going to have this thing handle like this. You don't want to do that. And I thought, well, maybe they're just full of it, and I didn't want to spend the big price tag of what their tune was. And then actually doing it and seeing how like a joke it was, I should have listened to them. And that's why they're the professionals with selling products for recreational and for racing. And definitely, like I said, check them out. It's neat with all this different software and in all the equipment. It's pretty cool. And I got this little tactical, this is a medic bag. I just put all this stuff in there, so if I had to bring it somewhere. Also, too, this can check codes. So if you throw a code on your ski, you can find out what the code is. If you go with somebody where they're just reflashing your stock ECU, you don't have any of that stuff. This is, you know, when you look all around, this is the way to go with your ski. And the thing's really nice. You obviously don't want to be riding this holding on to it. I think they make some like waterproof thing you can put it in, but I wouldn't do that. I do it and leave it be. I guess if you're data logging, you'd have to put it somewhere where it wouldn't get wet to do that. But that too, you'd want to talk to somebody who knows what they're doing with that. You don't want to start changing parameters unless you have experience knowing what you're doing. But if you want to check out, I got an Amazon store. It has all different like jet ski, camera gear, survival gear, whatnot. It's at amazon.com/shop/I am Beowulf. All the gear that's actually filming right now, this whole rig is all on there. Also too, I have a merch store. It's where you can see cool merch like GP 1800R, RXTX, RXPX, SXR, and then the Beowulf logo, the wolf. And check that out, IamBeowulf.com. It's in the video. I hope you guys like it. Make sure if you're new to the channel, subscribe to it. Hit the subscribe button. Existing subscribers, hit the bell notification. Be driven to win. Remember, every day is Earth Day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, Beowulf Nation.